Hey, my lovely Leo, and welcome to your general reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't had a chance to check out the other readings on my channel, please do so. And if you haven't had a chance to hit that like, subscribe, share button, please do so as well. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. We have a lunar eclipse during the month of Halloween. That's fun, so I will be putting up moon readings soon. Otherwise, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here on your weekly reading. We don't do reversals on the weekly readings, we do on monthly. So, but these first three we will do with the general tarot deck. We do your challenge card with the tarot deck, and then we use 3 other decks to do your clarification. So just so you know. All right, so we starting out here with the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you guys are coming into some big power here. You're feeling like maybe you are coming into a lot of social situations, social abundance for a lot of you, okay? So this may be that you are really coming into a new relationship you've had recently, or are starting a new relationship, and you're just really feeling strong and powerful about that. Things are going really well, or will be going really well. Or perhaps if you are someone who is, you know, kind of in a job situation where you network, where you deal with people a lot, I feel like you're really in the throes of that right now. You're really getting contacts. You're really getting out there. I see a lot of exposure for you. I feel like you are really getting, you know, you're just really on point. Okay. Right now you're the it girl or guy, right? That's what you are. So people want to be around you. People are drawn to you. And, you know, for a lot of you, I feel like that may be exhausting. Okay. I get the distinct vibe that for some of you, this is great. You know, maybe it's great for business. Maybe it's great for your significant other, you know, if you are really, you know, in that zone. Maybe it's great for your job, your whatever, right? But for you, I feel like for a lot of you, this is kind of exhaustive. You know, this is not something that you normally really enjoy. Maybe you're not normally a social butterfly or what have you. You're normally a kind of more of an introvert. You know, maybe you enjoy once in a while, but it's not your thing. But this is something where you are really kind of, you're really out and about, or people are really, you're garnering a lot of attention right now, okay? And it may be uncomfortable for some of you, because I see that your next card here is the 8 of Cups, and that's kind of telling me that you need refuge. I feel like for many of you, you need a vacation or a break or time away. And this may be something where, you know, for you also, you need time with your significant other or your family or something like that. It may be something where you feel like you're not able to get the quiet time that you need with the people that you need the most because you're getting too much attention from other things, or you're too busy with other stuff, work stuff, you know, sports stuff for your kids, church stuff, fundraiser stuff, whatever it may be that you're involved in. You're over, you know, you're kind of spread too thin. That could be potentially what it is. For others of you, I kind of feel like with this, there could be a situation where, you know, you have a significant other or somebody that you're really interested in. And, you know, because you're getting so much interest from other people, there's a jealousy situation. So if that's something that you kind of are like, yeah, I know what that's about. Or maybe it's even just something that because you are so sought after, as far as you've got just that, you know, that personality right now you are clicking on all cylinders, high vibration. Right now you are just very charismatic for some reason. And, you know, your significant other's feeling a little bit jealous, right? Maybe feeling a little bit like left out, not like they're the center of attention in your world, or a little bit like, you know, questioning what's going on, you know, that kind of stuff. You may be like feeling, I need to move away from all these people, whether they're work friends, whether they're acquaintances, whether they're your friends that you're, you know, out and about with more than usual. You know, you may be feeling like you need to kind of move away from them, spend some solitude, some time with your significant other, or whoever is feeling a little bit neglected at this point. You know, just to kind of make them feel better, because you don't, you know, you're not necessarily trying to do that. It's just right now you are just the it person. You're firing on all cylinders. You know, people want you out with them. They want you around. They want you out and about. They want you to be their wing person. They want you to be there at work functions, to be their +1, you know, whatever it may be, because they know that you can chat up a room if you have to, even when you don't want to, those kinds of things. And I feel like right now it's really coming into play for a lot of you, and maybe more so than you even like to, especially I think as the holidays approach. You know, you may be the one who they're like, okay, you know, we've got this, and this all coming up. you know, over the holiday season, and you're just getting all these notices that people are like, can you do this? Can you organize that? Can you be a part of this? Can you be part of that? And you're kind of like, wow, this is a lot. I'm going to need to kind of go away and revamp and think about this for a little bit, you know, because this is going to be taking me away from a lot of things, right? But down here we have like the Two of Wands, and I feel like that is where you have a decision, right? And I think that's kind of what's important here. And for me, the vibe that I'm getting from most of you is, again, this is a decision that is kind of going to be imperative with, you know, somebody's feelings here are really at play. I really feel like this is a, you know, with the cups, you know, here, and, you know, being a situation here, I feel like this is a decision where there's somebody's feelings at play. They're feeling very much like you're neglecting them. Okay. I feel like for a lot of you, that's the situation. I don't care whether it is a parent. I don't care whether it's your children. I don't care whether it's your significant other, your best friend, whomever it may be. I feel like there's somebody in your life that's feeling like you're just not able to give them the time you could, because maybe you are, you know, so busy with these other things, or you're so in demand right now, or will be coming up. Or also they may just be a bit jealous. You know, it's not necessarily, they mean it in a negative way, but they're just a little bit kind of like, you know, they're backseated while you are like the one everybody's wanting to talk to, you know, here, there, and everywhere they go, you know. And so now they're like, you know, everybody's your new best friend, and I'm just, you know, back here in the background, you know, I'm background noise, right? And I get it. It's not your job to make everyone around you feel like the perfect person or your best friend. It's not your job to babysit your best friends or your significant other. You know, these are grown people. I get that, unless it's your kids, of course. That kind of thing. I understand that. But you're a person who wants people to feel, you know, you don't want them to feel out of place. You don't want them to feel uncomfortable. That's just the kindness in you. And so I feel like there is going to be a point where you have to make a decision between a lot of things. And for some of you, this is going to be a decision between, you know, maybe two people, maybe, you know, two significant people that you're interested in seeing. And because you're, you know, really hitting on all cylinders here, you are dating scene. Maybe you come and meet several different people that you're interested in and seeing, and you have to really kind of step away from it and evaluate, who is it that I really want to be with, and make that decision. That's a potential, okay, for some of you. For others, it may be deciding between family and these work situations you have to do, right? Look, my family needs me more than all of these work functions where they just want me to run this, and be the center of attention for everything, you know? So I do feel like there's going to be a decision coming up here where you kind of have to decide what's more important. You know, a certain person, two people's feelings, you know, your family versus, you know, work or functions, those kinds of things. You know, maybe your best friend's feelings versus, you know, your other friends who might be kind of, you know, kind of taking all of your attention off of them. Again, but I do think, again, this is something where you will make a decision, and I do think you'll make the right one. I don't see a problem there, but let's see what your challenge card is. Because I do think it is going to require you to step away. Like I said, I feel like you're going to need to step away from the whole lot of this. And I think for a lot of you, it is because this is not your normal. Your normal is not specifically to want to, you know, take on tons of attention all the time. You know, it's not to say you don't like to be the center of attention, but you don't want to constantly have to do things. And you don't necessarily like to be told what to do either, right? So I think you might have to take a step away to kind of evaluate before you make these decisions. But let's see what your challenge card is on that as well. Two of Cups, for sure. For sure. I feel like this is definitely something, again, where you have somebody that you really care about, and their emotions are running high. And there's going to be, this decision is certainly related to their emotions and how you're going to handle them, you know, because they feel like you're either neglecting them, you're not choosing them, you're not picking them as the most important with your time, you know, with them over everybody else. You're not putting them first, these kinds of things. And I think this is going to be the challenge here. Okay. So if you already have a very specific, significant person, I think this is going to be your challenge, is that person. They feel like you are, you know, choosing work over them, your friends over them, other things over them, all these other kind of things over them. They may be jealous. They may be thinking, hey, you know, look at you, center of attention. I don't like that. You know, they're only pretending to be your friend so they can try to date you or, you know, steal you away, or if they're a jealous type, that kind of thing. This is going to be your challenge if you're in a significant relationship. And if you're not, and you're out there looking or dating, I think the situation here is going to be, the challenge is going to be not hurting someone's feelings, but having to choose someone. Because you're going to have more opportunities than you know what to do with. I truly believe that. I mean, you are Ace of Cups energy right now. You are fire hot on all cylinders right now. Charismatic, boom, people want you, right? So, you know, I think that's going to be your biggest challenge. You really, really are going to have to kind of walk away and decide, what is it that you really, really, really want? What fits the bill? What person, what thing, whatever is going to do the best for you. So let's get the psychic deck here and kind of get some clarification on the Ace of Cups for you. See what we can find out for you on that, if anything. All right, we have material harvest, okay? So again, I think that a lot of this is, you know, a lot of what you're doing, or a lot of what's getting you out and about, maybe networking, material harvest. Okay, you're out there, you're networking possibly with your job, with your coworkers, with, you know, friends that are kind of introducing you to other people that could be beneficial for jobs, or, you know, your business, or things like that, right? So part of it is a material harvest situation. You know, that may be why you got out there in the first place as much as you did, okay? It may not be that you threw yourself in a dating ring full bore. That may be partly how you got out there. For a lot of you, I see that. I feel like it's going to be good to make those contacts. Those contacts are going to be great for you financially, okay, business-wise. But again, you have to kind of put into place, if you're in a relationship, when you make this decision, is that going to be worth losing somebody over if there's a jealousy issue, if there's this or that, or if there's a jealousy issue, think about it, you know, if this person's being irrationally jealous over just a coworker, those kinds of things, is that something you want to deal with? I mean, there's a lot of things going on here, okay? But let's get the Moon deck and see what we've got going on here with this Two of Cups on the Eight of Cups. Because I do feel like you are going to have to step away a bit, I think, for yourself. I don't think, you know, you may step away for your, you know, family as well, but I think for yourself, you're going to have to step away from the limelight for a little bit to kind of evaluate power. And this card is about specifically your power, right? And controlling your world, your own power, what you're doing, okay? So this isn't like the masculine card in that deck where it's more like having control over everything and everybody and, you know, running the show. This is more how to control your own power, your own circle, your own life. And I think that's the big situation here specifically, is you're having to kind of walk away from a lot of the outside noise, right? Whether it's work noise, friend noise, other people, family, whatever, to decide, you know, what is it relationship wise that you need? What is it that's most important? Situationship, relationship, you know, what have you. And that's going to be the challenge, is, you know, you might have to end up breaking someone's heart. You might end up saying, you know what, if they're going to be this petty over and jealous over a work associate, then if there's nothing going on, then I don't want to be with that person anymore anyway. You may end up saying, okay, I understand. I am spending too much time with this person just for work contacts. You know, no amount of money or work or contacts or business is worth losing you. That may be the decision you make, okay? Again, these are all decisions that are specific to you, right? But this is all telling me that you need to make the decision based on solely on you, right? What's best for you. So do not be listening to other voices, right? This is exactly why it's telling you to step away. Don't listen to other voices in your head, okay? People at work, friends, family members, anybody who wants to put their 2 cents in, they don't matter. This is all about your personal decision to get you where you want to go, okay? In relationships, in life, in finance, whatever, okay? Let's get some advice. This is just a general advice card on this last decision. See if we can get you any help with that, because you know, as it resonates, take it as it resonates, of course, you know, depending on your specific situation, you know, whether you are in a single, you know, relationship out there searching or finding or having multiple people that you're trying to choose between, or whether you're in a very grounded one and they're feeling, you know, a little unstable in the relationship and you're kind of trying to figure out how to deal with that, those kinds of things. Depending on what your situation is, you know, you do have some decisions here that look a little bit difficult to make, but I'm confident you'll make the right ones. But let's see what we've got here. So this one says, anxiety isn't trying to limit you, but free you from situation that no longer feels good. What is your discomfort trying to free you from? Okay, so again, this is telling you right here that you're in an uncomfortable situation. And it may be one you've created, to be honest with you, because, you know, you may have let your own, you know, Ace of Cups charisma get out of hand, to be honest with you. You may not have meant to, right? Not at all. This may have been just something that, you know, you kind of let it run wild more than you should have. Maybe you know, you took it to extremes, going out, meeting, having, you know, agendas with different things to kind of work on your contacts, your material harvest. You know, maybe you were dating multiple people. Maybe you were trying to make work contacts, whatever it was. You may have kind of let it get even out of your control, out of hand. Okay. And it's become stressful. Now you're trying to balance people. Now you're trying to balance emotions. Now you're trying to balance feelings. And we all know what that can be like. That's a nightmare for a lot of people. And I think that's what's happened. So at this point, you're kind of trying to get yourself back in control, back in power to decide without hurting anybody's feelings, because that's your challenge, right? To step away and say, okay, I need to get back out here, out of the way, out of everybody's mindset, out of, you know, back into the quiet space for a second, out of the limelight, think a minute, revive, revamp, all that. I need to limit myself, make a decision on what it is I need, scale back, minimize, and decide what is going to be the easiest path that's going to be smooth sailing for me, right? Because you're trying to juggle way too much. And when you start juggling multiple facets with different emotions involved, a lot of people involved, things get out of control, right? And that is anxiety ridden, stressful. It's not something that many people can handle for a very long time. Let's just be honest about that. So do keep that in mind. And I do think you will be fine. I think once you really think about what it is that's causing you stress, what parts of this are the most stressful, and you eliminate those, and what part is bringing you the most peace, and that's the one you choose, I think that's going to resolve all your problem and put you back in a position of comfort, control, power, and peace. Okay. So hopefully this was helpful for you. If it was, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. And I hope to see you back soon, but definitely do kind of try to scale back a little bit, because I do think your own personal charisma has kind of like run rampant here for you, maybe even more than you knew. So anyway, enjoy. Bye.